Here I got a new model. It's a pool cleaner, robotic pool cleaner, a very small size pool cleaner at that, at least half the size of the ones I'm traditionally used to. So this one here, in my opinion, I'd put as a middle of the road to an economical version, because some of these pool cleaners can be huge. So this one here is made by this manufacturer. Like I said, it's a robotic pool cleaner, 300P. Bubot 300P is what they call it. It's got this little stick which you could use to retrieve the vacuum, or these really. I just make a slip knot and put it on this handle, and it'll float automatically. So that way when it dies, it's supposed to park up against the side of the pool, which we'll find out if it does or doesn't. And you just grab it, pull it out, you open it up, remove the trash from the filter, charge it up again, and just keep doing that. As far as the charging part goes, you got that right there. AC cord, nothing crazy going on here. Multicolored LED to let you know the status. It turns red and green depending on the function, which we'll go over shortly. On the side, there's two little handles which you can lift up. There is where all the trash goes. So it's really not a whole lot of complexity involved in this. As you can see, this thing is, man, this is about as simple as it gets. I can't see anything getting much more simpler than this. So if you're not a tech nerd, this might be up your alley. Here's my pools. So this is the task. It rained last time, so I got some trash in there. You can see some wormies in there. Over here, little bit of trash there, nothing really exciting. But over here, whole lot of worms. So this would be a good test to see how this thing performs. And I got a really odd shaped pool on the corners. It's been tricky for other pool cleaners, so we'll see how this thing performs. The only trick to this thing that I found to be of any noteworthiness is that you have to actually submerge this thing, drag it down under the water. Once it's fully submerged, then you power it on. Most of my other pool cleaners that I've used, you just turn it on and you just dump it in there and away it goes. This one, that's one thing you have to know about it. So here we go. Actually, it could be a little challenging. I have a swim platform on that side and this side, so I'm going to use those to get the bubbles and all the water out of there. See, once that's done, they say to turn it on. Aha! It's working, I think. Do your thing, little turtle pool cleaner. Aha! Look at it go. It's going. It's important you keep the top side on the top, otherwise it won't act right. And like I said, this thing here will float, so it's easy to retrieve these, because that's a pain point. And that thing goes right over that filter down there. Look at that. Lovely. So we'll give this thing some time to work. It's supposed to take, its working time is supposed to be up to 90 minutes, so we'll see. I'll let you get back to you on that one. There it goes in action. See how it behaves in those corners. Picks up the slight amount of elevation on the corners and it just goes backwards, and it just goes autonomously. So there's no patterns, there's no Bluetooth app, there's no fancy programming. Just let her rip, tater chip. That thing moves pretty briskly, I'll tell you what. Look at that. So this is a pretty good sized pool. It's not huge, it's not small, but it's a fairly good sized pool. So if this thing can take care of this job, I give it my seal of approval. Because a lot of times it takes 2 goes with most of these pool cleaners, and I have some pretty serious pool cleaners. Said I do use other pool cleaners. I mean, this thing here is unbelievable. This thing's Bluetooth and apps, got big basket, you can program it, it's crazy. Tons of power. And then this is like more of an econo version. It's like a brainless thing, no app, no fancy schmancy, no nothing, just straight up. That's the older one. So when I need something in a hurry, just slap that thing in there. But this one here is the big dog. So this one here is kind of like an in-between, if that makes sense. And again, there it goes. And that thing is moving. Look at that. So if you have a very roundy edge pool, this kind of, oh, look at that. Ooh. Oh, it picked up a worm, man. That sucked that thing right up. Look at that. There was like 5 nasty looking worms over there. Look at it. It's like 1 left. And this thing's been in the pool for maybe less than 5 minutes. So I'm definitely liking it. Ooh, and it might get the other one. Hopefully. Oh, it just missed it. But maybe I'll be back. We'll see. Here I just wanted to share some of the specifications. I hope you all can read that. We already talked about how this thing comes apart. This is, you know, the runtime, the amperage, charging, functionalities, all that technical mumbo jumbo if you're into that kind of stuff. But like I said, this is a pretty simple unit. It's cordless, robotic, self-parking, which is pretty much standard these days. 90 minutes running time, which we'll see. Powerful performance, which I just showed you. This sucker is mad performing. Mad strong with the performance. No slacker. Look at that. See that worm? It just passed by, gone. Yeah, it works. I like this little pool cleaner. I'm kind of glad that I got this. I was gonna not do this review because I've been getting bombarded with these manufacturers and these pool cleaners, but I said, for some reason I said okay to these people. And I'm kind of glad I did, because it's good to have another pool cleaner. Nice little simple pool vacuum cleaner. So, if you're interested in a pool cleaner, that's it. I showed you the before, and here's the after. Not one piece of any dirt, no worms to be seen anywhere. And this thing works quick. So if you need some cleaning in a hurry, this is the one for you. Very good.